Ladies and gentlemen, I want to share with you today 4 profound questions that have the power to transform your entire existence. These aren't just casual inquiries. These are the fundamental questions that separate those who live extraordinary lives from those who merely exist. I've spent decades studying success, watching people rise and fall, and I've discovered that everything comes down to how you answer these 4 essential questions. Question 1, why? The first question I want you to ponder deeply is simply this. Why? Why pay the price that success demands? Why work this hard when you could take the easy road? Why go this far when you could stop halfway? Why try to learn this much when ignorance seems so comfortable? Why try to do it all, see it all, have it all, become it all? Think about it. Why develop yourself to the full? Why try to become all that you can possibly become? Why try to earn as much as you can earn? Share as much as you can share? Develop every skill you possibly can develop? Why meet every person you possibly can meet? Attend every seminar you possibly can attend? Read every book that could expand your mind? Why take on this much responsibility? Why push yourself beyond your comfort zone? Why give that much away? Why try to see everything, do everything, become everything? That's a profound question, isn't it? And here's the truth. You're the only one who can answer that question for yourself. Nobody else can give you your why. You've got to discover it, nurture it, and make it so compelling that it pulls you forward even when everything else is trying to hold you back. When you leave here today, I want you to go home and work on your list of whys. Sit down with a piece of paper, not your computer, not your phone, a piece of paper and a pen. Start writing. What drives you? What moves you? What makes you willing to pay the price that others won't pay? You see, in all my years of studying leadership and success, I've learned this fundamental principle. If the why is powerful, the how becomes easy. But if the why isn't strong enough, if your goals aren't compelling enough, if the vision isn't clear enough, you'll never have the sustained energy to push through the inevitable obstacles. The ancient wisdom tells us that without a vision, people perish. Without a dream, we're nothing. I remember watching a movie called The Professionals, and there was a line that has stuck with me for decades. We joined because we believed, we stayed because we were committed, we left because we were disillusioned, but we came back because we were lost. Without a dream, we are nothing. So I'm asking you to sit down with your family and develop what I call a dream strategy. Make a list of what you want, not what you think you can get, but what you really want. What kind of health do you want? What kind of skills do you want to develop? What kind of income do you want to earn? What kind of gifts do you wish to bestow upon others? What kind of positive influence would you like to have in this world? As you travel home, whether you're flying over clouds and oceans or driving down familiar highways, I want you to work on that why. By the time you reach home, I want you to have a crystal clear vision of why you want the income you're pursuing, why you want the recognition you're seeking, why you want to develop the skills you're learning about. Your why must be personal, emotional, and compelling. It must be strong enough to get you up early and keep you up late. It must be powerful enough to help you say no to the good so you can say yes to the great. Question 2, why not? Here's the second question that will change your life. Why not? Why not see how much you can earn? Why not discover how much you can learn? Why not find out how many skills you can develop? Why not see what kind of person you can become? Why not explore what kind of influence you can have? Why not see how many people you can help? How many lives you can touch? How many people you can rescue from a life of quiet desperation? I want you to give serious, thoughtful consideration to this question, why not you? If someone with my humble beginnings, a farm boy who wandered out of Idaho with nothing but dreams and determination, can eventually stand before audiences around the world sharing ideas and inspiration, why not you? If it's happened for me, if it's happened for thousands of others who started with less than you have right now, why not you? You see, life has a way of giving us exactly what we expect from it. If you expect little, you'll receive little. If you expect much, if you prepare for much, if you work for much, life has a way of meeting those expectations. So why not see how much you can do? Why not discover how far you can go? You're going to be here for the next several decades anyway. What else are you going to do with that time? Why not make it count? Why not make it extraordinary? Here's what I've learned. Most people don't lack capability. They lack the belief that they can achieve something significant. They've been conditioned to think small, to settle for less, to accept mediocrity as normal. But why? Why accept average when excellence is just as available? The marketplace rewards excellence. It pays well for value delivered. It celebrates those who serve others effectively. So why not develop yourself into someone who can deliver that value? Why not become someone who can serve at a higher level? Think about the skills you could develop, the knowledge you could acquire, the person you could become over the next 5 years if you really applied yourself. Most people dramatically underestimate what they can accomplish in 5 years, just as they overestimate what they can accomplish in 1 year. Why not you? You have the same 24 hours in a day that every other successful person has. You have access to the same information, the same opportunities, the same possibilities. The only difference is what you choose to do with those resources. Question 3, why not you? Let me make this even more personal. I wish I could sit down with each of you individually. I wish I could spend time with you and your family, perhaps by a warm fire in your living room, and have those intimate conversations about your dreams, your fears, your possibilities. That's what I'd really love to do. I'd love to spend a couple of days with each of you personally and share everything that's in my heart, everything that's going on in my mind, everything I've learned about what it takes to build an extraordinary life. I'd love to connect with you on that personal level and help you discover the gold mine of potential that exists within you. But time doesn't permit those intimate conversations with everyone, so I have to share these ideas from this platform, speaking to all of you at once. But I want you to take this personally. I want you to hear this as if I were speaking directly to you, because in many ways I am. My personal question to you is this: why not you? You've got the intelligence. You can make good decisions when you have good information. You can study the success principles that others have used. You can change your life dramatically, permanently, positively. You can grow immensely over the next few years. You can make your dreams come true. You can build what I call a financial wall around your family, a wall so strong that poverty, lack, and financial stress can never get through. You can become healthy, vibrant, and energetic. You can become influential in positive ways. You can become someone who makes a difference. But it all starts with believing that it's possible for you, not just for others, but for you specifically. I've watched thousands of people transform their lives, and I can tell you this: it wasn't because they were more talented than you, smarter than you, or had better opportunities than you. It was because they believed it was possible for them, and then they did the work that belief demanded. You see, we all have two voices in our head. One voice says, "You can do it. You have what it takes. This is your time." The other voice says, "Who are you kidding? This won't work for you. You're not special enough, smart enough, talented enough." The question is, which voice will you listen to? Which voice will you feed with your attention and your actions? I'm here to tell you that the first voice is telling you the truth. You do have what it takes. This can work for you. You are special enough, smart enough, and talented enough to build something extraordinary. Question 4, why not now? And that brings me to my final question: why not now? There has never been a better time in human history to build an extraordinary life. We have access to information that previous generations could only dream of. We have opportunities that didn't exist even a decade ago. We have tools and resources and possibilities that are unprecedented. What are you waiting for? For conditions to be perfect? They never will be. For more education? You can learn as you earn. For more experience? Experience comes from doing, not from waiting. For more confidence? Confidence comes from taking action despite your fears. The time is now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not next year. Now, I want you to take this dream that's been stirring in your heart and refuse to let it die. Take this vision of what your life could become and give it life. Breathe into it your own personal spirit, your own unique energy, your own commitment and determination. Let that dream become a flame that burns so brightly within you that it lights up everything around you. Let it become a fire that spreads to your family, your friends, your community, and eventually to people around the world who need what you have to offer. The world needs what you have inside you. There are people waiting for the products you could create, the services you could provide, the leadership you could offer, the inspiration you could share. But they're waiting for you to step up, step forward, and become who you're capable of becoming. The choice is yours. So there you have it, 4 questions that can transform your life. Why? What drives you to excellence? Why not? What's really stopping you? Why not you? What makes you think you can't succeed? Why not now? What are you waiting for? Your answers to these questions will determine the trajectory of your life. They'll determine whether you live with purpose or drift without direction. They'll determine whether you make a difference or simply make do. The choice is yours, and the time is now. Take these questions seriously. Wrestle with them. Let them challenge you, inspire you, and ultimately transform you. Your extraordinary life is waiting. The only question is, are you ready to claim it? Let's go make it happen, starting right now.